All right, in 3, 2, 1. You thought I was going to sing the theme song, didn't you? You thought I was going to sing it, but I'm not going to sing it right now because that's not what we're doing, okay? Look, it's a new day. It's Saturday. It's Halloween. Today's Halloween. Wow.
Sing the damn song.
No, not yet, because we got
Sing
a new
a song.
format. We got
Sing
a
a
new
song.
format. No, I don't have
We
any
got
songs
things to
prepared
do.
yet.
Look at my dog. Just lay down.
It's just dog day here at the CineBoiz podcast. Every dog just out.
Kyrie, can you lay down? Good girl.
But everybody, welcome in to this week's episode of the CineBoiz podcast. This is the whole podcast this week. It's all going to be on YouTube. We're trying something new. We are essentially, switching up our format a little bit just to, kind of change things. We're still going to do fun stuff, here and there. But we just wanted to have a weekly podcast where we talk about, what's going on in the movie world. There's lots of stuff happening, lots of headlines. Like you guys have seen them. You guys have sent me stuff.
Isn't that how the CineBoiz started?
Yeah.
This
Always
is
sharing headlines.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, but hey,
Back to our roots.
Welcome everyone to the first edition of CineBoiz News Desk. And I wish I had a sweet graphic and music.
yeah.
I'm
working on animating our logo for us.
Oh,
So you know. Do some
you
little
saint.
bubbly
But
ass
yeah.
animation.
Do we have any correspondence? This says the news desk.
I wish we did. I guess our dogs can be correspondents.
Look at my dog. She's so stupid.
She's just like, let me out. She doesn't want to be in there. She's bored.
Fine. I thought we were going to have some fun.
Get that Muppet out of there.
All right. Well,
We're off to a hot start.
we're off to a hot start today. Well, hey, with nothing further to do, let's get into some headlines. So the big headlines from this past week and a half or so, it's been a while since we've all kind of sat down, but there's a few that I thought we should talk about. The first one, of course, so according to, first reported by Deadline, but also according to AnywWire, is that Michael B. Jordan is in talks to direct the third edition of Creed. So Creed 3, possibly directed by Michael B. Jordan. So that would make it his first, it's his directorial debut, essentially. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of that?
I love Ryan Coogler. That's what I think. I also love Michael B. Jordan, but I love Ryan Coogler.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know. I love Creed, the original. Creed 2 was just a remake, essentially, of it.
Mhm.
And this is how I felt, and that's what Creed 3 is going to be. So my excitement level for it isn't high, but I'll still watch it.
Yeah.
I don't really care who's going to direct it. Even if it was Coogler, I'd be like, it's going to be the same movie.
Right.
I'm going to watch it.
My thought was, if Ryan Coogler, so Black Panther's kind of up in the air right now. The whole reason he didn't do Creed 2 is because he went to go do Black Panther. And with that franchise kind of being up in the air, it's like, okay, so maybe get him back, but I don't know.
Wait.
Who knows?
Did Cougs not do Creed 2?
No, he did not.
I missed that.
I'm not sure who directed Creed 2. I know that at one point Stallone was going to direct Creed 2.
That's right. I remember
but
that.
then he decided he shouldn't.
It was Stephen Capel Jr.
Oh, him?
Him?
What is he?
I
Where's he been?
I know all about
The Land.
Stephen Capel Jr.
Yeah, what happened to that guy? So yeah, I mean, I'm all for, I think Michael B. Jordan is a talented actor. I think that a lot of times when somebody jumps into the director chair after they've been known for something else, especially like acting, it can be hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
Some are really good. Some are, it just kind of depends. So, I'm open to it. I like it. I want to see, I'll see it.
Yeah.
I love Creed movies. So, yeah. So yeah, Michael B. Jordan in talks to direct Creed 3.
It'll be interesting to see what the plot is.
Right.
Is it?
Because my thing is it's probably just going to become like another Rocky series where it's just like 3 and 4 kind of became like the action movies. mostly Rocky 4, but just kind of like really started getting into waters that are just like kind of getting away from that original boxing sport feel. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. It's like, do you want to keep like, do you want to try to replicate something like that where you just keep making movies no matter what, or do you just like maybe they'll just cap it at 3 and call it a trilogy?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Or you just go Fast and Furious route and he just starts fighting with like tanks
Boxing
and
in
missiles.
space.
Exactly.
Robots,
I would be all
aliens.
for that. Just give
Yeah.
me the most insane thing you can think of.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I do know that Sylvester Stallone will not be in Creed 3. I think
Already
that,
worse. Already worse.
yeah, I think he has retired from playing Rocky, or so he has said.
I feel like this is Michael B. Jordan setting up his directorial debut to not go well.
Because
That makes sense.
Stallone's not in it?
Stallone's not in it. You're doing the third of a series that's, it's not like going to
On
be
the
anything
decline.
groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just, it feels like this isn't the best one you should, if you want to get into that and you want to be successful, and who knows, maybe it'll be good, but.
As the kids say, this ain't it, Chief.
Right.
You're down with the kids.
I'm
No, I'm
not.
not. Just kidding. We're adults here.
Gotcha. Well, hey, so we'll see how he does. The movie probably won't come out for like 3-4 years, but
Right.
yeah, with the way everything is going right now. So yeah, other headlines. So do you guys know who Ray Fisher is?
Sounds like a guy.
Okay, so Ray Fisher, his most famous role was playing Cyborg in possibly the greatest superhero team-up movie ever made, Justice League.
Didn't know.
So Ray Fisher in recent months has come out against Warner Brothers and Joss Whedon, who replaced Zack Snyder on the Justice League shoot, I guess, and has made accusations of racism and things of other, things like that. Abuse is probably the more telling word there. He's accused them of abuse, and he hasn't really, said until recently. He just did an interview with Vanity Fair, basically explaining that one of the abuses is that he accused Joss Whedon of changing his skin tone for the movie because it didn't look right. So obviously, we're all big Justice League fans here. Like massive Justice League.
This is a big-time Justice
huge.
League anti-Birdman podcast.
That's
Huge.
misinformation.
Pro Justice League.
Misinformation.
Pro-Birdman.
Stop saying it.
Anti-remember the Titans.
Anti-Birdman. Oh,
Hey, Ken, there's a line, and you've crossed
we don't
it.
have. Yeah, I don't want to fight you, but I'll fight you if I have to.
Right. Well, yeah, so obviously with the Justice League shoot, there was a situation where Zack Snyder had to leave it. Joss Whedon stepped in, and Joss Whedon had directed the original Avengers movie and tried to Warner Brothers, I guess their idea was they wanted to make the DC universe not as gloomy as Zack Snyder was making it. And so they brought in Joss Whedon, who made it all colorful and
So
funny.
they just stole the Marvel because Suicide Squad 2 is James Gunn.
Yeah.
So basically, they're just trying to steal Marvel.
Yeah. Right.
I'm for it.
They're trying to catch up, essentially. So the quote that was in there was that from Ray Fisher in the Vanity Fair article. It says, "I realized that the notes I ended up getting from Johns during reshoots were just a coded version of the racist things he was saying behind closed doors with the other execs. A lot of what these guys were doing was in an effort to prevent themselves from being fired during AT&T's merger with Time Warner. I plan on getting much more specific about each of these guys after the investigation is over. This interview is just the abridged version." So apparently there's more that he's not saying. But he's been kind of coming out and saying this stuff for a while. It's tough though, because I feel, he hasn't been super specific about stuff. So it's hard to know what exactly was going on. But hopefully, with Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League, all the wrongs in the world will be righted. The 4-hour Justice League movie. That's going to
My
be...
biggest takeaway is that DC just can't get out of its own damn way. Just
Well,
I don't know.
I know Mob's really excited for the Batman. So, like, really, really excited. Look at his face.
You're projecting.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Look, I don't know. I feel like a lot of time is being spent, and these allegations are serious if
sure.
they are accurate, but it's Justice League. Like, the movie is just, if we're talking solely about the movie, allegations, serious.
Yeah.
Care about them. If they're real bad.
Yeah.
Split out
Right.
the fact that it's Justice League. I don't care about the movie and how it's going to go.
Right.
Right? So,
Yeah. It's just that's a mess, man. I don't want things to be messy.
right.
Yeah. So yeah, and then finally this week, news breaking this morning that actor Sean Connery has passed away at the age of 90, reported by Variety this morning. Yeah, what a legend.
Very sad.
We meet again, Trebek.
Huge legend.
I didn't even realize he was James Bond until so the first movie I ever saw Sean Connery in was Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Mm.
I didn't realize he was James Bond until I was probably 11 or 12 when the Brosnan movies were out.
I think definitively we can say he's the number one Bond ever, yeah? I don't think there's any debate, right? No?
I don't think he is.
Don't say Daniel Craig or I'll punch you.
Daniel Craig. For sure, Daniel Craig.
Oh, my God.
Daniel Craig
my
is by
God.
far the best Bond.
Oh, my
Sean
God.
Connery could never
By
do it. Daniel
far?
Craig did.
Oh, my God.
Look, I can say that beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Sean Connery can never do what Daniel Craig has done.
Can we
Well, yeah,
let's scrap the term best and admit that he's the most iconic Bond ever?
That I'm going to give to Pierce Brosnan.
What?
No.
What is going on?
Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton.
Oh,
No,
my
yeah.
God.
George Lazenby.
Yeah, he was okay. I think we can all say he was the best. He had the best movie.
Have any other Bonds had a documentary made about them? No. So it's George Lazenby. He
He
wins.
was also the only Australian Bond, I think, right?
I didn't know he was Australian. I knew that.
Pretty sure he was Australian.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The other thing about Sean Connery and Bond, do you remember? So there was all the Bond movies that they made, and then there was one random one towards the end of the 80s that Sean Connery was in.
It was like a 15-year gap. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like
I was just
never,
looking it up this morning.
never say never again
Never
or something
again.
like that.
Yeah.
So he made 4 in 5 years. Then he made one in the 70s, and then he made one in the mid 80s.
Yeah.
71 in 85 or something like that.
Yeah.
84.
Which is just
83.
so weird. That would be if Pierce Brosnan just decided hey, I'm going to do another Bond movie.
Well, with what superheroes are doing, what is there to say that we won't have a multiverse Bond movie?
Yeah.
Because they're all so old now.
Right.
Or dead
I mean,
now.
Yeah.
And you could bring in so many different. Idris Elba could finally be Bond in the multiverse.
Ooh.
That'd be sick. That'd be
I'd
sick.
watch it. I'd watch it.
I want that. I want that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
Get on it, Paramount.
Of course,
Yeah.
we can all probably agree, maybe Sean Connery's most iconic role is Alan Quartermain.
League of Extraordinary.
In League of Extraordinary
Yes.
Gentlemen.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Did we ever do a recastables of the Bond franchise or Indiana Jones? No.
No.
No, it was
They did
the
that
League of-
movie.
Man, I was thinking about that movie this morning just because, and it was
Naturally.
bad. It was bad.
It's a bad movie.
So
I
much
actually
potential,
think-
though.
One of my favorite Connery movies was The Rock with Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
loved The Rock. I probably
Great
watched that
movies.
20 times in middle school. I don't know. I loved it.
That was
movie
the
was-
first. That was the first Michael Bay action movie I ever saw, and I remember thinking you cannot possibly make a better movie than this.
Exactly.
When I was younger, I was like,
This is
the
it.
greatest
This is
thing
the
I've ever
definition.
seen in my
We-
life.
This is the
We made
definition of cinema.
Right.
And can you believe that he spent millions of his own money to build that island?
I can, yes.
Wait,
Very much so.
Michael Bay did? What?
Right?
Oh, is that a joke?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Way
I
to go,
was like,
Kenny. You
wait,
ruined the joke.
what?
God.
Yeah, Alcatraz isn't real.
Yeah, it's not real.
Well,
I've never
I
been there.
Okay, I get it. I
Much like the
understand it.
moon,
I know
Alcatraz
Alcatraz
does not exist.
No. I know Alcatraz is real. What I'm saying is that, like, I thought like they built a movie set and Michael Bay spent millions of dollars to build like a fake Alcatraz.
No, they actually shot at Alcatraz, like the real one.
Sweet.
I've been there.
Have you?
Yeah.
Were you in prison?
No, man.
Did you escape?
Alcatraz is actually a national park, believe it or not. Like the Redwoods.
Right. It is.
It's a national park.
You know it. So
Is that the smallest national park? Has to be.
I'm sure there's some place in Muncie that's like technically a national park, and it's like this big.
I'm looking it up. We're gonna find out.
I'll say
Hot
this:
Springs National Park, the smallest. That's in Arkansas.
The one thing I think about when I think about Alcatraz is the Alcatraz level in Tony Hawk 4.
Oh. Has anyone bought the remade versions of Tony Hawk 1 and 2?
I've not. I don't think it's on Xbox. Is it on Xbox? I thought it was maybe on PlayStation.
It might just be PlayStation.
No, it's on
Xbox.
I would love to play through it. What I really want is Tony Hawk 3. Like, I played the shit out of Tony Hawk 3. So
2 was always my fave.
I had two. I had all of them at one point. So I had 1 through 4, and then after that, I didn't buy any of the ones that came after.
Rich much? Jeez.
There was. Well, I was a kid, so I wasn't buying it. My parents were buying them for me.
Growing up privileged.
And what?
Am I right?
Very much. Yes, in our 3-bedroom home in Columbia, Missouri. Yes, we were the toast of the town, if you will, the riches.
The toast of St. Charles, Lake of the Woods.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a 5-bedroom.
Did you grow up in Lake of the Woods?
No, I actually grew up, everybody listening, here's some Columbia
this is interesting
geography
stuff.
for you. I grew up pretty much in the center of town, right behind, like right near campus, off of Providence. And my parents built a house in Lake of the Woods up north of 70, which nobody knows what Columbia is. Anything north of 70 is bad news. So it was like, we were rich, but also like
it's just far away.
Side of town.
That's the biggest thing. It's just far away from stuff.
Yeah, it is. Columbia, Missouri. Look it up if you're not from there. I know you guys live there still. Mob, you lived there for a while.
Right.
When I say far away, I mean it takes more than 5 minutes to get there, which is just
obnoxious. Why are you asking?
Count me out.
Now that I live in a big city, like anytime I'm like, oh, it's only like 15 minutes. Hell yeah, let's go.
If it takes me double-digit minutes to get to work, I'm furious in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, what is this traffic?
Right.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm one of the more calm drivers you ever meet, but you can ask anybody. I don't have issues with road rage, but
that's true. I saw it a few weeks ago. It's crazy. I've never seen him say those things.
Here's what I'll tell you, man. If you have issues with road rage, do not move to Austin, Texas.
I'm not planning on it.
Or Lexington, Kentucky, where yellow and red lights are just suggestions.
No, that sounds like my kind of town.
That's awesome.
Those people get me. Those people get me.
Okay. All right. I've almost died, I think, 4 or 5 times because people don't think red lights mean stop.
Yeah.
Cool. Respect
it. Well, guys, that's it. That's all I got for headlines. And we got a little bit of, traffic talk, geography talk,
car talk,
Hot Springs, Arkansas talk, all the good stuff.
Rip in peace, Sean Connery.
So with that, I guess we'll get into the next thing, which is Tommy's Mailbag and anniversaries. Tommy's Mailbag, won't you read a mail to me? Tom, what you got for us in that mailbag?
That felt real good. Our question this week comes to us from Edward from Boise. Says, boys, new biopics are coming out about Aretha Franklin and David Bowie. What are some of the more notable biopics And which ones are a real snooze fest? Also, how do you correctly pronounce biopic?
It is biopic.
Yeah.
It's biopic.
Biopic?
I've heard people say it that way, and it drives me crazy.
It drives me nuts.
It's
Drives me nuts.
biopic.
It's biopic.
Yeah, it's a biographical picture.
Right.
Biopic.
Right.
It's
Bi-
a biopical picture.
Biopic makes it sound like a medical procedure.
Exactly. Like something to do with your eyes.
I mean, some of them feel like a medical procedure because they suck.
They're so boring.
Yeah. So the question was, what are the
They
good ones? and what
usually
the
are
snooze fests?
almost always bad.
What are some of the more notable ones, and which ones are a real snooze fest?
Well, just the last couple of years we had we had Freddie Mercury, we had Elton John, we had there was one more I'm missing, I think.
I think
None of them were
Chadwick
that good.
Boseman did one about James Brown
Yeah.
years ago.
I think the ones that stand out to me as far as like musical ones are Ray and Walk the Line. Like those are the two that I'm like, yes, those are kind of like the pedestal ones.
Those are fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we considering biopics like from, life, just the full lifespan? Because I mean, you have a lot of like movies that are based on real people and real events. Are those biopics?
Give me an example.
Like Winston Churchill movies.
Oh, so you
Or
mean it's like
Lincoln.
outside of musical?
Right.
Or Lincoln.
Or Lincoln.
I was thinking strictly music
not-
for whatever reason.
It's not their entire life, which would be a biopic, but it is part of their life.
I think it's got to be like the majority of their life, because those ones that focus on just specific events like World War II or the Civil War, those are almost more about the thing than the person.
The event.
Sometimes.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I was only thinking music, but I was.
I just wanted clarity.
Yeah.
Well, I feel
Is
like
that a
more.
high school?
I feel like more
Is that
get
a
made
high school
about
football
musicians.
sweatshirt? What is that, Mom? What is that?
Casey.
Oh, that's
Oh,
actually pretty
That's
sick.
cool. I like that.
Pretty awesome.
That's dope.
I thought it was like going to be like a local Kentucky. I thought you started coaching high school football, and I didn't.
Frederick Douglass. Yeah, I coach
It's a
there
great
now.
day to be a Panther, boys. Let's get out there and do it. Rip it and rip it. That I don't know. I just feel like that's what coaches say.
Yeah. Rip it and rip it like a bong. Cool,
Yeah.
guys. Is who is that from again? Who wrote us?
Edward in
Edward.
Boise.
Edward in Boise. Thanks,
Boise
man, for the
with
mail.
a Z.
Sweet. Well, hey, with that, let's get into some anniversaries.
Let's do it. Happy 5-year anniversary to Our Brand is Crisis with Sandy Bullock.
Oh, is that like the
It's like the
Like the
political one.
political?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it had Billy Bob Thornton in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Billy
Yeah.
Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. Well, congrats on 5 years, guys.
Also, side
You
note,
made it.
I do apologize for the
Yay.
weird
Oh, you're
redness on
glowing.
my face.
You're beautiful.
I've got a
You're
little
like
tinge going.
you're
Yeah.
like Edward.
Oh yeah.
I need some
Oh
time.
no.
Just looking like diamonds.
I would rather burst
Agree.
into flame than look like him.
If you were Kristen Stewart right now, how would you be looking at Tom? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Naturally, I'd be like,
And I bet you do a pretty mean Kristen Stewart impression. Let's
me or
see.
Mob.
No, Kenny.
And he did a really
Oh.
good one.
But you just did a really good one right there.
I'm so happy these are going on YouTube because now people can see our true comedic genius.
You're so funny. We're just so funny. You just get the full spectrum when you go to YouTube. So
Really
go to follow the Cork Bants YouTube page, everybody. What else we got? What other anniversaries?
Happy 10-year anniversary to Saw 3D.
3D.
Yeah, gross,
I don't know if I
right?
saw that one.
Was it like so? Was
it the third one? or
Third
was
one,
it-
and also in 3D.
I don't think
so.
I think this is just 3D. Like I think they had.
It sounds like it was like the
3, 4,
8th Saw
5 by
movie
this
that it was
point.
just 3D.
Yeah.
Was it the original re-released in 3D?
Oh, I have no idea. So much for
Let's
the
see.
stuff.
What? Why
It
did
was in
3D
2010, so
Yeah.
it was not the third one, I don't think.
No.
Why did 3D ever become a thing?
I don't know if you saw
That's a
Tron
good
Legacy,
question.
bro, but that was effing dope.
I've seen a couple of movies in 3D in theaters. The first one being that trash movie Avatar. And it was like, why do I have to wear glasses for 3 hours? This is not enhancing the movie.
Here's the thing about Avatar when I think about 3D is that for the first 10 minutes, I was sitting in the theater being like, this is insane. Like, I can't believe like this, like we can watch movies like this.
What an achievement of cinema.
After that, completely forgot the movie was in 3D the rest of the time. And I just was like, all right, this is kind of boring.
Saw 3D, the 7th movie of the franchise. So good.
And then there's the new Saw movie with Chris Rock coming out.
Samuel
at some
L.
point.
Jackson.
Yeah.
I'll probably check it out.
I have no reason not to.
Yeah.
Has anybody watched any
plenty
of
of
the
reasons not
season?
to.
Has anyone watched any of the new season of Fargo yet?
I am
No, not
patiently
yet.
waiting for it
No,
all to
I'm
come
not.
out so
Yeah.
that
Okay.
Me too. Me too.
I-
Me
Oh
too.
man,
I love that show.
what a fantastic show that is.
Hmm.
Every season is just
It's so good.
Yeah,
Honestly, every season is better than the one before, in my opinion,
Hmm.
which
Yeah.
almost never happens.
Actually, I feel like season 2 is a little better than 3.
I agree with that.
Okay, 2's the best season, in my opinion.
2 is the
So
best
that's
season.
probably right. That's probably
Yeah.
right.
gosh, everybody, go watch Fargo. If you haven't watched the Fargo TV series, go watch.
I would also say go watch the movie first because there is a part
Some
in
reference.
season 1 that references the movie. You're gonna want
Yeah.
to watch all of it.
Yeah, there's callbacks to the movie, but yeah. So if you haven't seen the movie, watch the movie, then watch the series because it is so good. And
Oh, we
then,
got
yeah,
one more. Yeah.
one more. Let's do it.
Happy 25-year anniversary to leaving Las Vegas.
Oh God.
And he just had a
movie.
flashback.
Yeah. a
You
little
can
bit.
tell.
Have any of you guys seen that movie?
No.
Oh gosh, it is so depressing. Nick Cage won an Oscar for it.
Oh, is that what he? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So essentially the premise of the movie is that he's like an alcoholic and his life is in shambles. He loses his job. He decides to just go to Las Vegas on a bender until he dies. Like he just decides like, I'm going to drink myself to death. And the movie is about like him essentially drinking himself to death. And it is, oh my gosh, it is so depressing.
Yikes.
Yeah. So if you're just looking for a good pick-me-up movie,
A real feel bad.
may I
movie here.
recommend Leaving Las Vegas? It's an hey,
Yikes.
Nick Cage won an Oscar for it, so there you go.
Hmm.
Well, guys, I think that brings us to the end of our journey.
Cool.
Any parting thoughts? Anything you want to get out there? Any plugs? No? Okay, well, I'll plug us then. So you can follow us, of course, on Twitter and Instagram at the CineBoiz. Our mailbag is the CineBoizPodcast@gmail.com. So if you got a question for us, feel free to send it there. Obviously, we're on the Cork Bats webpage. We have our own page under podcasts. We're part of the Cork Bats podcast network. So, you know, we've got us, we got the Junk Drawer. You know, I would bet there's going to be some other good podcasts coming in that too. So I would subscribe to the other podcasts in there as well. Yeah, I think that's it for us. Thanks for everything, Tom. Thanks for doing some research there. Guys, it was good to see you. Happy Halloween. Are you guys like doing anything for Halloween tonight?
Nothing too crazy. Just having some people over, handing out candy.
No.
Is it a costume party, Tom?
No,
Oh, okay.
we didn't have it in us this year.
Yeah. I mean, we've all been wearing masks and eating candy for 7 months. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's true. Why have we been eating candy for 7 months?
I'm in a constant state of eating candy.
Okay.
So I've been eating candy for like 25 or 26 years straight.
That's hot, dude.
It's pretty
That's
healthy. My
Yeah.
doctor loves it.
Well, your body's banging, bro.
Thank you.
Keep it tight, man. You keep it tight.
tight and rewarding.
Yeah.
Oh
You are the
my.
most. You are the most.
Ask anybody.
I would say you are the most slender of the CineBoiz.
I am the slender man of this podcast. Yes.
Yeah.
Slender Man boy of this podcast.
Slender
Nice.
boy.
Slender boy.
Nice
Slender boy.
twinkish
Slender boy.
figure.
All right, guys. Well, deuces. Have a
Later.
wonderful rest of your day.
Bye.